program here in Foothill Ranch, so thanks for joining. If you want to have notices on when we're coming on live, you can hit the subscription button below and you won't miss anything. We have lots of fun YouTubes here, from exercise to nutrition to cooking. There's a lot of things on our YouTube, so make sure you hit that subscription button. So I think I have sound. If you can't hear me, please let me know and we'll check the chat box here. So I got this little microphone on, so hopefully that's working today. So we are talking about apple cider vinegar, and really what is the truth about it, because the internet wants you to believe it's some pixie oh, there goes the ambulance. Some pixie dust, but really there are very few health benefits and limitations. So we're going to be talking about that today, because the internet is full of stuff that may not be true, right? So where does the apple cider vinegar come from? So just to simply put it, apples are fermented. So yeast is added to those apples and it goes through the fermentation process. The mother is the combination of the yeast and bacteria. And you'll see the mother at the bottom of apple cider vinegar. And that acidic acid of the vinegar gives the vinegar a strong sour smell and flavor. And the mother is important because there are probiotics in that part. So it contains proteins, enzymes, and friendly bacteria. So probiotics help with our immune system and our gut health. So that's important. And you'll see that it gives it a very like milky appearance. Okay? So that's where apple cider vinegar comes from. And it's been used in cleaning products and all kinds of household, cleaning. But we're going to talk a little bit about what the science is saying, if it has any benefits to our health. So we'll first talk about the biggest health claim is related to type 2 diabetes. So there are just very limited studies done, and the ones that were done showed that the participants took 20 grams of apple cider vinegar following their meal, and it showed that they had a moderately lower glucose blood level than the participants that did not take apple cider vinegar. So the scientists are saying that it may help a little bit to reduce our blood sugar. So that doesn't mean you get off your type diabetes medications at all. It did show that there was a small decrease in blood sugar when it was taken after a medication. So definitely talk to your doctor if you want to supplement with apple cider vinegar, or if you are already supplementing with apple cider vinegar and you are diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, definitely tell your doctor. But to prevent diabetes or to help manage your type 2 diabetes, you want to follow a healthy diet and an exercise program. So the next claim was that apple cider vinegar has antimicrobial properties. So that means it's going to fight against bacteria, microbes. And the researchers did a study that they combined lemon juice and apple cider vinegar, and they put it on lettuce, and it decreased the growth of salmonella. So if you want to use apple cider vinegar in your salad dressing, it would be great. It adds a lot of flavor, plus it has that bacteria fighting property. So that was a study that was done. The other studies that have been done were regarding weight loss, because we know the supplement world for weight loss is in high demand. It's huge, right? So it was a very small clinical study that was done, and people drank 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar with lunch and dinner, and the researchers found that the apple cider vinegar participants, it helped with their weight loss, but these participants also decreased their caloric intake by 200. So that said, not one single food or one single ingredient is going to have a noticeable effect on your weight. So having long-term success with weight and a very supportive diet and lifestyle habits. Options for that. So as you can see, there's a very little studies done on apple cider vinegar. The biggest finding was that it did help people with type 2 diabetes. Start guzzling it down, it does have its negative effects. So the number one is that the acid in the apple cider vinegar can erode our tooth enamel, and we can't get that back. So it's very important to drink a lot of water after if you decide you're going to use apple cider vinegar, or you could take it, diluting it in a lot of water. So you take maybe 1 teaspoon to 1 tablespoon, and you dilute it with a lot of water. Okay, so that will help get rid of it. Another one is apple cider vinegar is very acidic. So it's going to act like an acidic food. So it can make your acid reflux worse if you have GERD or acid reflux. So you definitely want to pay attention to that. Let's see. So basically, those are the two main things. You can drink it, but be aware that it's going to take some of that tooth enamel off. Your dentist would not be happy with that, and neither would you. We need to keep those teeth strong, and so that acid could affect you. And everyone is different, too, on the way it affects them. So look out for that. So if you want to use apple cider vinegar, and you could easily add it to like salad dressings, let's say. It adds a lot of flavor, and it gives it that little kick. And you can also add it to marinades. You can also add it to stews and soups. There's a lot of things that you can do. It's also used in jarring and pickling. So in jarring and pickling, it helps kill the bacteria that may cause the food to spoil. So it's used in that way. So if you just want to add it, again, you can just add a splash to it and add flavor, and that way you can get it in versus downing something that a lot of people don't like the taste of it, but they enjoy it in salad dressings. But as far as all the health benefits that the internet claims that apple cider vinegar does for us, the science out there is very, very limited, like I said. So I wanted you guys to have that information, to really have that healthy lifestyle. It's not going to be one ingredient or one food that is going to really affect your health. It's going to be that overall lifestyle, your healthy diet, your lifestyle habits like your exercise, your sleep, your stress, your gut health bacteria. So it's going to encompass all those things to really help your health and fight diseases. And that's what we're all about here, is really fighting diseases, chronic diseases, and preventing them and helping everyone manage the diseases that they have. So let's see if there's any questions. No questions so far. That's just a little wrap up on apple cider vinegar. If you guys do have any questions, put them in the chat box and I'll get back to those questions. If you have any now, please put them and I can see them here on the chat box and I'm happy to answer them for you. I don't see any. So like any supplement or any claim on the internet, you definitely want to look at what the science is saying and what science, if there's any science to back it up. And unfortunately, very little science is backing up our apple cider vinegar. And if you are supplementing, please let your doctor know that you are taking it, because it does interact with medications like insulin, like blood pressure. It does lower potassium levels, so it's very important to speak up with your doctor and let them know that you are supplementing in case you are put on any medications. Okay? I want to thank you all for joining. There was a question that you couldn't hear me, but what's the usage for GERD? Well, actually, it could make your GERD worse because it's an acid. So it's not something you want to add into if you have GERD. So it's an acid, so you should be reducing your acidic foods typically when you have GERD. So I hope that answered your question. Thank you for asking. Any other questions? So just to let you know, if you're new around here, every Wednesday I have a cooking demonstration here, and it's usually just a really easy, quick, healthy recipe, because I like to keep time in the kitchen to a minimum because we're all super busy, right? So I have a lot of recipes already on our channel if you want to check those out, but tomorrow I'll be doing another new recipe here, like every Wednesday, and we also have exercise classes, so tune in to those as well, several times a week. Okay, good question. I did go over this. So it's not true that apple cider vinegar can help you lose weight. The science did not show that there was not a huge significance. The people in the study also were on a calorie deficit, which we know is going to help us lose weight when we eat less calories than what our body needs. The people in that study did have 2 tablespoons with lunch and dinner. They did have a little bit more, so their weight loss was like 8.5 pounds over the 12 weeks, and the group that didn't have apple cider vinegar was 5 pounds. So there's a very little benefit, but if you feel like you want to try it and take it and to see if that helps you, you can. I just want you to know the information. So the science shows a little bit of a benefit, but not a huge significant, like if you drink this, you're going to lose weight. No, that's not how it works, right? It is encompassing our whole lifestyle habits and creating those daily habits that are going to help you lose weight. But you can definitely throw it in your salad dressing with your lunch or dinner, and you can incorporate that way for sure. Good question. Thank you. Anything else, guys, before we tune out? Okay, so I don't see any more questions. So I hope that was clear on the weight loss, that it's not a huge significant drop in weight loss with the participants that took apple cider vinegar versus the participants that did. One group had 8.5 pounds, the other group was 5. You can see it's a very little. It can help, but it's not what you're going to rely on. You're going to rely on reducing also your calorie intake. The participants also were on a calorie restricted diet. They did reduce their calories by 250 calories per day. And so that helped them with weight loss as well. Okay. You're welcome. Does it reduce your cholesterol? No, unfortunately, no. The science has shown very little reduction. So if you have cholesterol, you can try it to see if it works. Again, 1 teaspoon to 2 tablespoons a day. The study showed a very little difference in the people that took it versus the people that did. There was a little difference, but overall, they do need more research. So, good question. So if you're going to use it, the dosage is about 1 teaspoon to 2 tablespoons a day. So has little finding with weight loss and cholesterol. The findings are not huge. It may help for some people and it may not. So if you have high cholesterol and you are following an exercise regimen, you are eating a diet to help reduce your cholesterol, maybe you're on medications as well, talk to your doctor if you want to start supplementing with the apple cider vinegar, and you can see if it works over 3 months. Okay? Any research on muscle cramping? That's a good question. I did not see any research on muscle cramping. It does reduce our potassium, so you have to be really careful with that. When potassium is low, you're going to cramp. You have a greater chance of cramping. So I didn't read any research on muscle cramping. It doesn't seem like that would help for muscle cramping, you definitely want to look at your hydration, your electrolytes, your overall diet from day to day, how much you're exercising, if you're getting enough fluids and electrolytes for sure for cramping. Good questions. Thank you for joining. I love this interactive group here. I don't see any more questions, so I'll just stay on for another second or so. If you have one, type it in. No? So every other week I do a nutrition topic, but every Wednesday is our cooking demo. So basically, you know, little benefits from apple cider vinegar, but overall, you want to create that healthy lifestyle, that exercise plan that's going to help you and reach your goals, not relying on just one ingredient. Okay. Oh, I see another question. Thank you. Does it unblock our arteries? Man, I wish, right? No, we have to tune in on that diet for sure if you have like cholesterol issues and you're seeing some buildup in your arteries. It's not going to do that trick. Unfortunately not, right? So definitely eating a high plant-based diet, looking at your diet is going to be key. If you have cholesterol, talk to your doctor, get in to see a dietitian possibly so you can look closer at your diet if you have blocked arteries. Good question. Okay, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here. I think we're all done. Thanks for asking all your questions for those that did, and I hope you found it helpful. If you think of something when we log off here, just put the question in there, and we'll get back to you. And again, if you didn't subscribe to our channel, hit the subscription button below. You'll get notifications you'll get notifications when we're coming on live here. And if you ever miss a live, it's always on our YouTube channel. So thank you guys for joining, and have a beautiful warm Tuesday. It's a warm day, so stay hydrated. Thank you.